Hi. Yeah. Wait.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Something went.
Yeah, so first of all, I want to tell you that this is not the app that you see when you download an app in from the App Store or Google Play. It is like a very complete app, right? So like that means if you download Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever, like it doesn't have any issues or whatsoever, right? But still, uh, this app is still in the development stage, all right? So that means it might have some issues, and the buttons are not nice, and the whole thing is it is not nice, okay? So
Right.
uh, think of this as a completed app, and think of this as something that you are going to use in the future for your studies, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Along with the textbook, and see what I'm doing here, and like have the experience. So I'll tell you what augmented reality is. Augmented reality is something basically, how do you say, you open your camera from the mobile phone or web, the webcam, or like you have you seen the VR headsets, something you wear
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
playing games and all.
I'm familiar with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So augmented reality is something that can be experienced in the same in the same technology as well. Okay. So this
Mm-hmm.
this app is something really basic that I have created to show people that okay, if people if we can come up something like this, the students will be able to really enjoy what they are doing. Okay. So
Right.
earlier, I have given you, if you remember, I have given you an exercise to read, right? Like in the
Yeah.
previous textbook exercise, right? Okay, so I
Yeah. Right.
will
Right. Yeah.
remind you of that a little bit. Okay, so it's basically, yeah, it's coming and it's this, right? So basically, what you have to do is observe the external structure of the heart, observe the internal chambers connected arteries and veins, um, and the valves, and observe that the arterial walls are thinner than the ventricular walls and the thickest wall in the left ventricle. And the textbook has given you a small diagram to understand it, right? Like to uh, to to experience it. So this is what the textbook has given me, right? So,
Yeah.
but in the exercise, they say that to observe the structure of the heart, you require a specimen of the model of a heart, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
their requirement. So in a home-based arrangement, hi Vihangi, you're here, right?
Hi, hi.
Hi. So they know this is my colleague Vihangi.
Hi.
She's like
Hello.
Hi.
just 2 years elder to you, and what you all are having in common is why you all are selected to this kind of experimental thing is because you have faced your O levels with this syllabus. Like if you really remember what you have done for your O levels, like
Yeah.
you
I
might
remember that.
have
Like.
think,
Yeah. It was like
yeah. So and
very common.
why I have chosen the heart was to it's something like really annoying during the study sessions. If you can agree with me, like if it was for me. So like
Definitely.
we had earlier we had another syllabus, but you and Vihangi, you both learned the new syllabus. So that's why I have chosen this exercise and what do you call, yeah, this diagram. Okay. So if you can tell me how did you do this experiment, like how did you work around this exercise in the previous assignment, like in the previous questionnaire?
Well, I mean, first of all, nothing much was given other than like the diagram was rather clear, I guess, and like the description under it was explaining whatever the hell that was going on in it. And other than those two, there was nothing much, right?
Yeah, there was nothing much. So that means like you had the diagram, and whatever the exercises you had to do from home, like you had to look at the diagram and do it, right? So Vihangi,
Right.
anything to add?
No, I
Vihangi?
know.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
Yeah. So like you have felt the same, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I have come up with an app. Don't don't laugh at the interfaces and all, but this is the kind of the app that I'm gonna present hopefully. Okay, so I'll play the app. Okay, now you can see my see my screen, and you can see my table, and you have my textbook on it, right? No, there's an ant. Don't mind about it. Um, so you can see that the camera is on, and basically this is how you did your study, right? You just looked at this and what do you call? You just looked at this and understood whatever the things they have given, right?
That's
So
right.
uh, yeah, so here I have come up with an app called an augmented reality app, and for now I call it the virtual classroom. That means it doesn't exist physically, but it's a classroom. Okay, so that means you
Right.
can join to this classroom from home remotely. Okay, so
Mm.
when you download this app, you can join to the classroom remotely and experience it and collaborate it with your friends. Like, it's not only you who can join the app at the same time, just like a Zoom meeting or a WhatsApp meeting. You can join with your friends, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
experience this, okay, and the teacher can take and explain whatever the things you have, and I'll show you. So okay, try new. Yeah, so it's said to experience whatever the arteries and the walls of the heart and all sort of things, right? So here I have a 3D model of a heart, which is mostly similar to a model that has been explained in the a specimen or a model of a heart where you can see in a lab. Okay, the only difference is you cannot touch this, but you can zoom in and go inside the heart, you see, and you can see how the the walls and the blood or the bloodlines are working and the beating of a heart you can see. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this is the first feature. Okay, so Vihangi, you can see it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is basic augmented reality. Okay, this is how you will be able to experience augmented reality, not only for the heart, but in the future I'm planning to add this to the whole textbook. Like whatever you have in the textbook, it will come as this, a very live a live version of whatever the your science material. Vihangi, any questions here?
No, I all clear. And
Yeah.
it's
So
awesome.
sorry.
It's awesome.
You like it? Okay, that's good. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you feel that this could be something that you can really experience, right?
Yeah, because it's
Other than,
interesting.
Mhm.
For me,
Other
I
than
don't know whether.
yeah.
Yeah. So I have one question. You can see that the heart is beating and stuff, but maybe is
Yeah.
it possible to see like the cross section like it's shown in the textbook? Is something
Oh
like
yes,
that?
yes. The cross sections for now, with this whatever the available models, I cannot show the cross section, but I have I have a sample cross section taken from the textbook. Okay, this will be
Mm-hmm.
replaced. Okay, this will be replaced with an actual cross section of the heart. Okay, for now, what I have done is I have put the same same diagram, and you can see that some aortas and all those sort of things are like a little bit leveled up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a depth, right? So that means you will be able to understand. So these are like basic Photoshop skills. So I'm not you need a lot of graphic designers to create design this perfectly. So what you can see is like the layer diagram. So you can understand how deep each particle each part is. Imagine that you are having other any other organs, and also the idea of this is to show the depths and the yeah, you get it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so like in the future, like when this app comes to a real development level, but I mean like with all the graphic designers and all people, this will be like more like really interesting, and you can include a lot of things into this. Okay, then the next feature I have is for you all to okay. So Tenuka wanted to see a side cut of this heart, right? Like how it actually
Yeah,
works inside. So yes,
right.
I have a solution for that as well. Give me a second. I'm selecting. Yeah. So that's called a VR tour of the heart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So give me some time to play it. Okay. Um, this will take us very small, a little time, because usually these applications are developed in like very fast and like really fast computers. So the one I have currently is not that like that's suitable to create this. Okay, so this is if you can see, no, still it's not displaying. Yeah, so this is a virtual video uh, of a heart. I think it's being stuck. Okay, but
Right, right.
yeah, so this
3D
is a
models are hard to
virtual
render,
video.
right?
Yes, this is inside a heart, and like you can see, like can you see the arteries are opening and closing, all sort of these things. I think the video is not streaming perfectly. That's why, but I'll show you. I'll send a separate clip of the video for you to like understand what's really going on. Okay, so if you can see, like the
Okay.
arteries are opening and closing, and the red blood cells are moving around, and you can see all the you know the see if you can see how fast the blood cells are moving around. So these are also the content that is included in the textbook. Okay, so they wanted you to understand this as well. Okay, so if I play again, yeah, so the speciality of this is not just a video, but you can move around inside this. Okay, as you can see, my mouse is like moving around, like my cursor is moving around, and you can like turn around and walk inside the heart virtually. Okay, so this is something that would help you to understand the inner functionality of the heart. Okay, I'm really sorry that this thing is very slow on stream, but so the basic idea is it is working continuously and seamlessly. Okay, I'll share a video of the heart again. Okay, so that's the virtual tour. Okay, so you can basically go inside and experience how the arteries work. Okay, so what is your idea about this? Does this fulfill the requirement of your question earlier, or do you expect more than? Tenuka, am I audible to you? Miyagi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I disconnected, right?
Yes, kind of. So I just wanted to know about your idea about this particular feature. Tenuka. Miyagi, anything until Tenuka comes?
No, I am.
So I think like Vihangi said, I think the main thing was like, oh wait, am I not audible?
Yeah, you're
Hello?
audible. You're audible, Tenuka.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
I'm audible. Okay, okay. Right. Okay, okay, great. So what was it that you were asking, Aya?
Like I wanted to ask whether like is this okay for you to consider as a a side cut of the heart, and like for you to is this enough for you to like experience the internal functionality of a heart, or would you prefer more other things to be added?
It's like another thing of something I would expect. I guess you can understand more, but like personally, I guess what I was looking for was like like the cross section of the whole heart. So like you can
Okay.
understand which one is opening and which one is closing and stuff. But this is great too. I
Yeah.
really like it makes it a lot more
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. So that means like that the previous part was augmented reality, and this was virtual reality. Okay. So that means you can move around and see a lot of things inside. Like you can participate in the, how do you say, like you can go into the environment and experience it. That is the previous
Right.
augmented reality is, uh, like merging your live environment and your whatever the virtual, like the 3D environment into one scene. So that's what happens. So like in the future, like when this is like really perfectly like developed, you can see a lot of like, as you said, you can go inside the 3D model and like, understand a lot of things. So then the
I
third feature is like these are parts that you can how do you say, like self understand, like you can investigate by yourself and like understand, okay, this is how the heart works, okay, this is how the inner functionality of the heart works, and this is how the blood circulation is going on. So those certain things are being explained and you can understand it like by yourself, right? Am I correct? Is it does it make sense?
definitely, yeah. It
Yeah,
makes it a lot
Vihagi?
more interesting, so it makes it
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. You agree on the same, right? Okay. So the third feature is, this is, I don't think this is enough for you all to like, get the real, how do you say, the real experience. Okay. So the third feature is, but like, I think it is my belief that if you get together with your friends, so for example, if Tenuka can get together with Vihangi through the app and investigate the heart together, uh, that would be more interesting, right? And if you can like call, I know that Tenuka likes to like argue with the teachers and all, as per our previous discussions. So
Really?
if yeah, so if you like to if you want to do some things like that, you can of course collaborate, okay, with your teachers or friends, okay, just like you are doing in Zoom. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna play this part, okay? And this is your personal account, okay? So I'll okay, give me some time to enter the details, okay? Yeah. So I think there's another 3D model I can show you on this on a diaphragm per se. Oh, I can't find it on the textbook right now. Okay, somewhere around here. Yes, yeah. Um, I'm not so sure whether it will appear because it was previously set. No, I think I have removed it. Okay, anyhow, so the idea of this is to join, okay? So if I type anybody's name, let's say Vihagi, okay? I'll just type V here because it's very slow for some reason, okay? So then I can join the lobby, okay? Then let's say like Vihagi wants to discuss this with Tenuka. So Vihagi can create a meeting, okay? Let's say heart or anatomy, okay? And you can specify, you or your teacher can specify how many members you want to like, include in the session. So that means if you can, if you want to add 2 people, you can just say 2 or 3. So since there are 3 people in this meeting, I'll make it 3 and I'll create the classroom, okay? So now the classroom is created and your name is entered in the list. Okay. Once again, the buttons are very ugly because we are not currently focusing on the beauty of the app, yet the functionality. Okay. So now you can add as many as people you want in this part. So I'll show you if I can go to another application. So here you can see that VH, so the short name for Vihangi has appeared in the classroom. And then okay, I need some time to put this thing. Um, so I have to go to D because I can't show how 2 people can join in one app, right? So I have to open another app for that. So give that for a second. Give me that time. Yeah. I think it's builds. Inside my project. So I had to like work for 1 year, almost around 6 months to get these things done. Like usually in software companies, usually in software companies, what they do is they hire around hundreds of developers and share the work and do it. So there are people, there are different graphic designers, there are different people to only to make the network connections. So I had to do all the parts for this. So that's why it is not very it doesn't look very nice at the moment. Okay. So
So everything that's currently shown in the screen were developed by you.
sorry, Danika, I didn't hear you.
Is it everything that's like currently showing in the screen, all the folders and all those icons, they were
Yes.
all created by you?
Yes, everything was done by me from
Oh,
scratch.
am I
So
mistaken?
no. Everything is done by me because that's the purpose of our research. Like yes,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I like. You have to do your own self like research before, like nobody teaches you this, so you have to read a lot of research papers, come up with the idea, come up with the solution, then start coding it and do the graphic designing and make the buttons and open, like connect people, like do the network connections and everything. So it is overall covered. I'm still trying to find the build for my Windows project. Yeah. So, however, okay, we'll sync. Yeah. And, yeah. For now, I cannot find it. Okay, so I'll show you guys both the versions later. Okay, so then what you can do is, so imagine like I think we specified 3 people here. Like we said that three, as you can see in the meeting, there are 3 people. So Tenuka, me, and Vihangi. So like all 3 people can join in 3 different apps. Like I mean, like from Vihangi's phone, just like we join to Teams. Vihangi can join from her phone, and Tanuka can join from his phone, and I can join from my phone, and the host or the teacher can start the meeting. Okay, so as soon as you start the meeting, okay, everybody can see this beating heart. Okay, and you can walk around. You can walk around this heart. Okay, you can walk around this heart like in a game. Okay, you can walk around this heart in a game, all of you. Okay, like every person gets a camera or a character, and you can like go around this heart and investigate it by yourself. And there are features that is enabled, like call features and chat features, where you can like talk with your friends and teachers while you are observing this thing. Okay, so if you can see in the other side, you can see a red dot right here where my cursor is. Okay, so this means this is you. As only one person has been currently joined to this class, so this is you. So if there are 5 people have joined, so you can see 5 red dots. Okay, so if I zoom it more, if I zoom it in more, so you can see it's not a dot, it's actually a character. Okay, it's actually a kind of a game character. Okay, so like the capsule. So this is the one in your left is the backend. Okay, like see to see how it works. So this is how you can like collaborate with your friends and like investigate the 3D models together in as a like a shared screen, but still you can like manipulate this model. Like anybody can go inside and anybody can like turn around and see it in a far like from a far angle, or like you can completely go near the heart and like to understand. So this is still like the very basic stage of development. Okay, so that's what the collaboration part does. So like this is kind of a Zoom meeting or kind of a thing, but with like 3D models and all the manipulation features enabled. So that is kind of a thing which is available in this app. So like those are the features that are in this app. So I think you got the point here, right? Both of you, Vihangi and Tenugal, you got the point, right? Like you can join as characters and like you can investigate the heart as a collaborative,
Yeah.
as a team, and you can talk about the heart and you can investigate. Tenuka can ask Vihangi to zoom in and like show the parts of the heart, or the teacher can assign you to like pin the parts of the heart and all sort of things through this feature. Okay, so this is like more like a science lab, but inside your phone. So the only difference is you can't touch the model, but you have your friends around and you have your teachers around, and you can investigate it. Like you got me right, Tenuka, Vihage, both of you.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, so this is the complete development part, and the backend is very complicated for this. Okay, so the backend is very complicated for this. That is why like everything is like in like low quality and like not very in a nice order. So yeah, that's basically the app. Okay, so what I want you guys. So what do you think about this feature, guys?
It's really good. I think it's the best out of the three, but my
Mm-hmm.
concern is like with like the feature like the third one, doesn't that make like
Mm-hmm.
make the first feature kind of like meh in comparison? Like the third one's really good, and like when you have that kind of option, why would you use the first option?
Why would you use the first option? So this is a collaboration part, but if you want to like do it by yourself for real, like you know uh, if you want to go to your science lab, okay, if you want to go to your science lab, you have a particular period. Okay, so it's Wednesday 10:30 to 11:30. That's how you join, right? So it's the same. So the meeting has to be scheduled and everybody has to be around when you're doing that collaboration part, right? So that is a novelty. Actually,
Mm.
that is the newest part. So the augmented reality parts, like as I showed, that anybody can do like make things appear from their phone if they have an app, but none of these applications that currently existing applications has that feature, the collaboration feature, right? So that is the speciality of this app,
Mm.
and that is how it is being. How do you say? It is being it is special compared to the other apps. Okay, so the purpose of the other part, the AR feature and the virtual reality feature, is you can go alone, and when you have time, like when you feel like studying, you can like or you can like study earlier before you are joining to the class. So that's the purpose of that thing. So for you guys to individually collaborate, not like individually investigate the parts of the things. Okay, but that collaboration feature, so whenever you are scheduled in a scheduled time, you can collaborate with your friends and teachers, and like they are not available all the time to get into one place. So that feature is for that particular requirement. So the
I
idea is this is basically a science lab that you cannot touch, but you cannot experience sitting on your bed or your table, or like wherever your dining room, and still participate your science lab. So this is the thing. So this solution I came up because due to COVID and like what else did we have? Due to COVID and the fuel crisis, the students couldn't go to school. The students, they were like short of like many other, like how do you say, like study experiences. So I believe through this app, you can like study by yourself and collaborate even you're at home in a virtual manner. Okay, so that's the idea. So what I want
right.
you to do is, yeah, Vihangi, I want to listen to you as well. Vihangi?
Uh, yeah. I think all good for me because I understand everything and I like the
Yes,
concept. So
yes.
I think all good. So I hope
Okay, so you
everyone
basically
can
like it.
understand that. Yeah.
Hmm?
Or
Yeah.
like
So like in comparison
like
to your text?
all three ways, because if you
Perfect.
want, like, yeah, it's good. I
Mhm.
don't know
Mhm.
whether what Stenuka said, but I like it.
Mhm.
It's easy
Yes, yeah,
because we are in different minds, right? So I think,
yes.
for like, if we think like for someone who very like, if she has very low marks in science,
Mm-hmm.
so she can go like step by step through your app, right? I got the point like that. It will be
Okay.
easier for that kind one also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that means that you basically say that for some person who really don't like science and who doesn't
Yeah,
want, like,
yeah,
who gets lower marks, she or he can like learn by themselves and like investigate without the help of the teacher. That's what you are
yeah,
basically saying, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, from your feedback, I wanted to uh, how do you say? I want to add one more question. So because I really like how you guys took it. Okay, so I'm gonna add another part. What's your favorite feature of the app? Okay, so of the app. Okay, so then we'll select, let's say, checkboxes. Okay, so AR feature, that means the what do you call, the heart model, that where you investigate by yourself. Okay, then the VR feature where you could go inside and see how the blood cells work and all sort of things. Okay, that's the VR feature. And the third is collaboration feature, where you can log in with your teachers and friends and investigate the heart in a scheduled time. Okay, so that's the purpose of scheduling a meeting and hosting a meeting. Okay, and or you can select all three. Okay, so that's the last question you're required to answer. And I think you all have the link I shared, right? I think you all have the
Yeah.
link I shared. So what you can do is think about of this. Like previously, you only had the textbook, but now I have changed the environment by giving you all the application. So consider that you have worked with the application, like as I have demonstrated, and answer these questions again. Is that okay with you all?
Yep. All good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, no
okay.
worries.
Okay, so that's good for you also, Vihagi, right? Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then what I do is in my experiment, in my presentation and in my data analysis, what I do is I compare your answers of the for the previous thing and the current thing, and we'll see like is this a really effective kind of a solution, right? So I have um, yeah, I have removed the limited responses. Now you can like reply it twice, but make sure you put your name as the same as like completely similar to the previous answers. Like Vihangi has said Vihangi Pereira and Tenuka has said Tenuka Rana Singha. So yeah, so that's the thing from me. Any questions from you all?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, okay, okay. And I really thank you for like coming and spending, like, even if I said it's like 10 minutes, it actually took more than half an hour. But thank you very much, okay, for joining and put a feedback. And